Hello! Welcome to my tube. My name is Marge. I'm a Malka, empath. I just like to do these little talks on how I feel about things. I feel a lot. I'm an empath. That's a little bit different than being empathic or having empathic tendencies. Yeah. In the shell of a nut, I breathe a lot like this. I allow emotions that I feel through my vibration in my esoteric, my spiritual body, my esoteric, I think it's my endocrine system. That's how I look at it. I don't know. I see a lot in pictures. Anyway, I try to put the pictures into words for you here to make connections of things. It's what I try to do. It's my heart space, my heartfelt intention. Is to provide some food for thought. Yeah. We're just emotions, we're a lot of emotions, and for human beings that have not been allowed to feel their emotions for so long, historically, it's very uncomfortable for a lot of people, either going up or down, being more, taking their own power back to take control and be able to live as their true authentic selves, or they're stepping back from their true authentic selves and digressing. So, I made some notes. Someone asked a question the other day if ADHD was a prerequisite to be an empath. Well, I see it this way. I think ADHD and OCD and all those other alphabet soup nonsense that some guy who thinks he's smarter than everyone else opposes upon, I think what they are is our spirit calling us to do things. Like when somebody taps on the door, I said that I was talking to Mom about it. I said, Mom, OCD, ADHD, all these letters, when they tap on the door, they have to tap on it so many times and turn it and do, they have their rituals. Their rituals, and what that tells me is the individual, their spirit is longing for ceremony. So they create their own esoteric field creates their own. Mom's like, they do it to make themselves feel better. I'm like, isn't that what ceremonies do too? Church is a ceremony, weddings, things, all these things, to do. Funerals a ceremony, graduation's a ceremony, all these things to show people that they're raising to another level. But where are these in spirituality? There hasn't a lot of place for them because people have designated who gets to do what, and the balance has gone all out of whack, and then people started doing other stuff, taking to make their realizations and their like when I when I think of that, there's a when I grew up, there was a what was it called? Lost Lanes, Dark Lanes. God, it's right there. There was always rumors of satanic rituals where they take they take a life and then they do their rituals, and then they are supposed to gain something from that and all that stuff. You don't get to take something. You don't get to take somebody's life. You don't get to take somebody's love. You don't get to take somebody's essence. You don't get to take somebody's childhood innocence by control. And people, their spirits are waking up to this, and they're fighting back. See, the way I think about it, you have all these low vibrational human beings, right? You have these kids that they have so much energy. I had so much energy. My brother says my niece, she's got a lot of energy. All that is life force. That's life force. That's life force. That is what gives us us. That is our drive. That is our... We're supposed to embrace these feelings and these sensations, not fear them, but a lot of people that, have had that vibration of fear when they're younger, they don't know the difference, so they try to subdue those feelings of elation, those feelings of energy, by suppressing it. A lot of people do it with alcohol, you know, taking the edge off. You want that edge. It's that edge is what tells you you're freaking alive. It's what edge is, that when people lose it, they put cigarette butts out on their legs to remind them that they're alive, or they cut themselves to remind them that they're alive when they lose that energy, you know? And then people consume things, and then the energy goes, and they're like, why don't I have energy? And it's like, because you freaking are putting toxins into your field that brings your energetic vibration down here, when all the gifts are up here. Yeah. I just wish people could see things how I see them. I don't know why I can't get through. I'm having a hard time getting through. And sure, there's the storyline that, oh, you're creating your own blockage, blah, blah, blah. And I know all that stuff. I get it. I know all that stuff. It doesn't take the frustration away. And then I gotta spend more time on meeting frustration to keep things from entering my life to freaking frustrate me. I got an invite to go to San Diego today. I can't go. I don't have a dog sitter. I have too many other things I gotta do. You know, I can't go play, so I gotta be responsible. And then I'm going on year 3 of just being responsible, and it's not fun. And it's freaking annoying. I'm ready to have some fun. I used to go everywhere, all the time. I could do what I wanted when I wanted. And now I just watch people do what they want when they want. They don't even do it as good as me. See, we're all just a spectrum. We're all just a spectrum. We're born. If you're watching this, you were born. As far as I know, maybe they're hatching people in labs. Who knows? I don't care. It's not my storyline. It's not in my face. Unless I was born in a lab, then that is relevant to me. I stick to relevance. We're just all on the spectrum. We're all on the spectrum. There's nobody that isn't autistic. If you're a human, you're autistic. You're perceiving. You know? Who's to say how much, you know... I was reading the definitions, because people have always just told me what their definitions of ADHD and OCD, and I was reading this, and it's like someone that can't focus, someone that can't sit still. That sounds to me like someone that has a lot of energy, and you know what happens? There's always someone that doesn't have a lot of energy, and they're going to try and freaking... So what? Here comes all the prescription drugs. Lithium. Sedate them. I don't have energy. I don't understand why they have energy. It must not be right. So sedate them. Then a bunch of people can become rich off sedating and drugging people. And then we have you know, maybe kids that are being, you know, people are checking out too. They're just checking out, you know. People of all ages. They're putting, you know, if people are checking out, they're just, childhood dementia, childhood Alzheimer's, whatever. They just keep coming up with stuff. It's because... Where's the stuff worth living for? We live in such a materialistic world where all that matters is money, and it's proven time and time again because rich keep getting richer, and, well, the numbers of poor are growing too. And I don't think any of these people that are losing their home and becoming more poor and having to live with less and less and less, having to make choices between feeding their dogs and turning the water off, I don't think that they asked for this in their life. I don't think that they asked for it. You know, and then you have the part of society, just go out and get a job. Well, hell, you know, look at all the freaking 6-figure mofos that aren't in their offices most of the time. And you're telling people to go to work and you don't even do it yourself. So... we're all on the spectrum. Some of us are more sensitive to others. Some of us are getting more data from more places than just what we see. How many people just go by what they see? They don't even go by what they listen to, what they smell, what they feel with their esoteric, their endocrine, their high alert security system that we're giving ourselves. They ignore it. Your body keeps saying, hey, warning, 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 don't live this way. Just ignore it. Just keep eating that the nasty food, drinking the nasty booze, taking the nasty pills, just ignore it, and then what happens? People blow up. And now you have a society and a world where your blessings have spoiled you. Your blessings have spoiled you. I used to be obese. I was so uncomfortable all the time because I knew that this was just density of stuff that wasn't mine. That I just had to keep eating to make me feel better because I just had to keep trying to talk myself out of stuff. Now I go for walks and do things that are more healthy because I realize this life isn't just about me. It's about my mom, it's about my nieces, it's about my brother, it's about strangers I've never met. See, my name's Marge and Malka. I didn't have any direction. I mean, I had my own direction when I was a kid. I'm backwards. I live life backwards. I look at things backwards. Always have. Hasn't always been easy for me, but I've always been given gifts of humor. Isn't that ironic? And things like that, and creativity, and I see the joy in the most minute things, and it's sustained me for 45 years. I'm getting tired now, but I hear things are changing. See, there's always going to be takers and givers. There's always going to be the one that the sharer, you want some of my Cheetos? They're good, but if you can think a girl too, then there's two people that have goodness in the world, I honestly don't believe that. I mean, when I was talking to someone, I can't remember who, was talking about chicken noodle soup when people get sick, how they crave chicken noodle soup, and I came to the realization, I'm like, I don't think that it's the chicken noodle soup that does it. I think it's the whole of someone preparing the soup and bringing you the soup. If you're real sick, they feed you the soup, so it's that vibration that puts you in that you are being cared for. And so every time you eat the soup, therefore after, it reminds you of that vibration. I love music. Just was a backwards kid. I became, for a while, militarized. Then I became transitioned to self-actualized. Now I'm spiritualized. And music is a great big factor in connecting us all. I love music, man. It raises our vibrations, makes the connections. That's why I'm so appreciative of the music makers, because I think even like Ed Sheeran, he does this thing where he looks at himself, he does a Ussie, and he has a picture of himself with everybody at his concerts behind him. That is one huge connection. That's a lot of bandwidth, it's a lot of bandwidth, huge connections that all those people can relate to each other through his music. Relation? We're all related. We're all connected. So when people get all ugly and gross at people, and I do it too, I get ugly and gross at people. I think I know who they are. I never know nothing all the way. I just gotta remember, I was probably just like them, like them in a different incarnation, because we all experience, our souls experience, sometimes we're just here for a blip, but we've all, been here as an ant. So don't be freaking frying ants under a freaking, I ain't scientific, it's gross. So it's where you point your vibe. I'm running long. I feel good about this video today. Yes, the moon's in Cancer, and it's about to be Leo season, and, well, no, it already is Leo season. It's this moon tomorrow. I'm all flustered, but it's the 30th of July, so that's about all I got. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.